Welcome back to the Buds in the Box podcast. I'm your host, Eric Fogarty. I'm joined with my two co-hosts, Belly and Jude. What's up, boys?
How you doing?
And we're joined by a very special guest today, Lawson McDonald. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, bang on.
Okay. All right. So for those of you who don't know, Lawson is a Division III player in the NCAA. He has a TikTok account that we all follow, has over 100,000 followers, and he also has a YouTube channel, which is very fun to watch. One of the bigger hockey names in the community. So let's just get right into the interview. My first question for you, Lawson, is where are you from, and how did you start playing hockey?
I'm from Manitoba, Canada. So if you want to go even deeper, it's like a small town, Winkler it's called. So that's where I'm from. Pretty much got playing hockey because my dad played it. There's not much to do. I live in a really rural area. So like the only thing you do in the winter is pretty much play hockey, especially in that town. So just started playing hockey at a young age and then continue to play at higher levels growing up kind of thing, and just really loved it. So that's kind of where it all took off. And I got to play junior hockey in my hometown in Winkler too. So that was really sweet. And then I got to go and play college after that. So, and now we're here.
So I think probably the most questions you get is how was your pathway to the NCAA and how did that all aspire? So I just want you to touch on that a little bit.
Yeah, it's a common one. Pretty much the path, like I said, I played junior A hockey. So there's many different paths you can get to the NCAA, but mine was through playing junior A in the MJHL in Manitoba. So I played there for 4 years, and then that just helped me get scouted by schools in that league. There's exposure there to different colleges. So that's where it started with the schools. And then when I got contacted from the MJHL, I got offered to go to Nebraska, Omaha. So I chose to go over there, played there for 2 years. And then I went to Wisconsin Superior here, so which is a D3, which is NCAA D3. So got to have a taste of both sides of it and kind of a cool perspective.
What was kind of like in that decision to change?
Partly it was because for me, like my coach pretty much said I didn't have a spot on that team anymore. Like it was kind of like, it wasn't like, hey, you're cut off the team. It was more like we're bringing in some new guys, didn't have a great year, we're not going to see you play that much. So it was like your best interest is probably to find somewhere else to go. And that was kind of like a nice way of saying like, you're not on the team anymore. So that was the main reason I left Omaha. And then for me to go to D3 was a few things. I had an offer from Alaska Anchorage to go play there, so I could have stayed in Division I to play there, but for me it wasn't just in my best interest anymore to be over there, and I didn't necessarily want to be on a team that was gonna probably be a losing team, and they were questionable if they're even gonna stay in Division I, and I think they're folding soon or something like that. I'm not sure what the latest news on there, but yeah, anyways, I just picked to go play with some really close buddies in Wisconsin, and I knew we'd have a good team here. We'd be winning games, and I'd kind of be able to take on a role that I was playing a lot and more of a leadership role. So that's kind of why I picked to come here.
Yeah, for sure. If you don't mind me asking, what do you find like the jump from D1 to T3 was like for you personally? Like how's the hockey, the lifestyle, stuff like that?
Yeah, it was definitely a change because I feel like, they treated me so well. Not like they don't treat me well here, but like in Omaha, and especially like the NCHC, the money they have for their programs and like everything that they do, even like the hockey level, it's just a lot different. So the jump was kind of like going from D1, kind of like, it's almost kind of like back to junior, like what would be like playing on the road in junior, same kind of like meals ish, like same like hotels kind of thing, like kind of same rinks you're playing in. It kind of just felt like I went from junior to D1, and then from D1 to D3 was kind of like going from D1 back to junior, kind of a feel like that. But it's better hockey than junior, but just I guess the atmosphere, the travel, the rinks, kind of the way you get treated is a little bit similar to that.
Okay.
When did
I'm
you?
actually doing, okay, you can go first.
Okay, I just want to ask when you started YouTube, like when you started that, were you at Omaha already, or was it
No,
before
I
that?
was. It was after that. Yeah, I started in January 2020, so almost a year. I haven't even been doing it for a year yet. So yeah, that's when I started. I like last January when I think I put my, like, whenever I put my first video up, I was gonna be like, I'm gonna put a video up every week, like try to do that for as long as I can, like every single week. And I've probably missed 1 or 2 weeks since then. So yeah.
How do your teammates feel about the whole YouTube and TikTok thing?
I think they like it. I haven't had anyone chirp me about it. Like at first it was a little bit different because you don't have any followers and you're just like posting kind of weird stuff for nobody. And then kind of when you start picking up a bit of some traction and there's actually people that are watching your videos and there's more of a purpose to it, then it's not like they're looking at it and thinking it's weird. They kind of like, they get it, and it kind of becomes more of a cool thing that you're doing at that point. So at first it was hard and a little bit awkward, but now it's now I'm not uncomfortable bringing the camera anywhere. Like I'll bring it kind of wherever, and then they just know what I'm doing, so they're cool with it.
Have you ever had like a coach like ask you what's going on here about the cameras or anything like that?
No, our coach is really cool with it too. So that's another thing that's really helpful for me. I don't feel like I have to hide it from him. Usually like I can just ask him, hey, can I strap a GoPro on for this practice? Like just want to take some video. And he's like, yeah, that's cool. So it's pretty sweet that he's really chill with it and doesn't really matter.
And also I had a question. So you started YouTube and then you transitioned to TikTok?
Yeah. Well,
so
actually,
now you do both.
I started TikTok before YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we found you through Trav, because we did an interview with Trav.
Oh yeah.
And then we found you, and then we started watching your videos on YouTube, and then you showed up on our TikTok For You page, like the
I saw him on the For You page. I saw him on the For You page earlier than when we
really?
talked to Trav. Yeah.
Which video?
It was the D1 versus D3.
Oh, that one.
I saw the D1 versus D3 one on the For You page.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I had the garbage can full of water one on my For You page.
That was like the whole video that started it all. That was funny. Just a little team bonding thing. Our coach's idea too. Yeah. That's why I like TikTok. Go ahead. Or I was gonna say that's why I like. Yeah, like that's why I like TikTok so much too, and I just wanted to keep like going on it because, like you said, like you saw the D1 versus D3 video, and that originally was just a YouTube video, and now it's by far my most viewed YouTube video. But I also feel like that has to do with because I made a TikTok of it that also got like hundreds of thousands of views, and that it was like a way to spread it on TikTok, and then people can come look at it on YouTube too. So I feel like they kind of go hand in hand. If I can have like good TikToks of my YouTube videos, then usually that really helps bring people to my channel. So that's why it's cool.
Yeah, it's literally like the perfect title to a video, because that's like people our age, like 02s, 03s, like we're looking for stuff like that on YouTube, you know?
Yeah.
And like it really catches, like for me personally, that catches my eye right away.
Yeah.
Because like I've been looking at like if I would go like D1 or D3 and like stuff like that. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's the best thing about my situation too, is that I can just have I can just say it from experience just because I've been at both of those levels, and it's not like I don't even have no opinion about it, but actually like lived through both of those leagues.
Yeah.
So I felt like when I was starting my channel too, then I had a bit of an advantage in that way where I could talk about a variety of different topics on college hockey just because I had done both of them.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Just to bring it back to the NCAA part. So I just had a question about how the money situation works, and like, so are you eligible to get paid by YouTube?
No. I don't get paid by YouTube, and even if I did, I'd be making like hardly anything anyway, so it wouldn't be worth it. Even if I let's say I could do that with the NCAA, I wouldn't do it anyways until maybe I was getting like a lot more views per video. So
yeah, have they ever contacted you or anything about your YouTube channel?
So I don't know how it works totally, but from what I've just seen is that there's a little tab that you can click on if you want to start monetizing your channel. And when you get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, at that point, then you can start to apply for that monetization on it. So I think it's just something you click on. I don't think they really contact you about it. It's just a thing on YouTube that you can just click on.
Okay.
It could be something else. That's just what I know.
Yeah. I'm also doing a school project right now on how cutthroat the NCAA is. So just to bring it back to what you said about, like the coach just like said, there's basically not a spot on the team for you. Is the NCAA like Division I really that like cutthroat?
I think it can be, and it also can't be. Like, I feel like my situation, we had 3 guys got cut that year that I left too. So there's 2 other guys with me that also left. And then the year before, there's also 2 guys that left as sophomores. So they played a year and then didn't like turn out. So then they got cut. And I think that's rare. I don't think that happens too often. My friends in other colleges and other conferences, they were surprised, like they've never heard of that. No one on their team had ever gotten cut, even after having like bad seasons of like not winning games and stuff like that. So when that happened to me, they're pretty surprised, I guess, because they just hadn't heard of that. So I really feel like it is depending on like the coaching. The coach will be a big factor in whether each year you're kind of playing for just a spot on the team, like to stay on the team or not. So for me, I guess it was pretty cutthroat, but for other people, they could just be maybe sitting on the bench for 4 years, so it depends.
Yeah. Because I saw a stat when I was doing my project, and it was like 33% of NCAA players either quit, get cut, or get benched.
Yeah.
So I found that pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there was guys that when I was playing in Omaha that even as like juniors and seniors, like we're just getting benched, not playing a whole lot. So it's either like you're sticking around to play, or depending on if you have like, you could just be kicked out from a freshman. Even if you're a senior, it's not, the coaches definitely want to win. So they're going to be playing those guys that, whether or not like how old you are, they're going to be playing the guys that are going to help the team win pretty much.
I mean, I guess there's always going to be new guys coming in every year, right? So it's hard. You got to battle for your spot every year.
Yeah, and each like weekend is so big and important. So a new guy comes in and he has a great weekend. You're not just going to kick him out for the next weekend, and then that's when it comes down to the coach having to make decisions on who, like, what seniors he's going to have to sit because this new guy's actually performing. So
yeah. I was just going to ask, like, what do you think your content will kind of consist of when you're like out of school? Are you a senior now?
Yeah, I'm a senior now. I don't like thinking about this.
So if you're like,
it makes you sad.
Yeah. But like,
Yeah.
do you think you'll still make videos and TikToks and stuff next year?
It's definitely gonna be harder, like especially because the majority of my stuff is surrounded by just being on a hockey team.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really depends on if I play next year. Maybe I end up playing hockey still. So it'll depend on that. And then if I just choose not to and start doing something else, I'm probably just gonna have to switch my kind of like perspective on what I'm doing, whatever I am choosing to do. I still feel like no matter what I do, I can use like these platforms as ways to spread my brand and my business and like whatever I'm doing. So if that means like I'm just because I want to kind of work with athletes, train them, doing stuff like that. So if that's the case, then maybe I'm just making videos for hockey players on like specifically working out and training and like giving them a viewpoint of what it's like to kind of train all year round as a hockey player, like, and what I'd be doing with my athletes at the time. So that could be something that I just would have to transition to.
That's a cool idea. Yeah.
So
also just to circle back kind of to one thing I was just wondering about was like, how old were you when you got recruited to Omaha for the first time? And like, what was that process like?
I was 19. Yeah, I was 19 years old. I got recruited in the MJHL showcase, or I guess I would say wouldn't say I got recruited then, but that's when I first talked to their assistant coach that ended up recruiting me. So he saw me at that showcase in the MJHL, and then I think it might have been in December that happened. I can't remember exactly when the showcase was, and then over Christmas, he came back and watched a couple other games in the new year. I think 1 or 2 games. And then in January or February at that point, then he called me and just offered me a scholarship. So that's kind of how it worked. And then, so I would have been 19. And then that summer, I would have gone in that following summer.
Cool.
Yeah. Is the NCAA season starting anytime soon?
I know that the Omaha, the NCHC is being hosted in Omaha. So they're having like a little bubble at there. So that's starting in December. As of now, I think if everything goes well, I think that's when they're planning on doing it. So I don't know about the other conferences, other places, but they'll be, they'll be playing.
Are you in Wisconsin right now, or are you at home?
Yeah, I'm in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are practicing and stuff like that?
Yeah, we get to practice, work out, everything like that. And I think we're planning on starting in January right now. So
yeah, I know things are kind of going more ahead in the States right now.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys playing anywhere?
Not as of right now. I was supposed to play for the New Jersey Hitmen in the NCDC this year.
Yeah, I think someone on our team played there.
Oh yeah? So
I think so, yeah.
So then like my parents and I kind of decided like because of COVID and everything, it was just better for me to stay here.
Yeah.
Like in Toronto for this year. So we're just kind of like going to the States right now with COVID and everything, and the housing situation was going to be weird and stuff. So I just decided to stay home. So right now I don't have a team, but I've been skating with a couple of junior teams. So, but I don't think things are supposed to start here.
What's that?
So I don't think things are supposed to start here until like around January either. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. So Lawson, what was like your schedule like? Like coming into COVID and then now, like what's your like hockey schedule like based around kind of thing?
When I got here, we obviously just had to like pretty much quarantine for 2 weeks, and then it went from just skating once a week and like working out in separate groups, and now because we've been here for a couple months already, we're kind of like progressing in our phases. So now it's pretty normal. We have to still be separated at times, but our schedule right now, I'll just tell you, it's Monday we skate as a team. Tuesday is like skills skate, kind of like split up groups and we're doing skills. and then working out. And then Wednesday is off. Thursday is the same as Tuesday, so we do skills and workout. And then Friday is another team skate. And then Saturday is another team skate plus workout again, and then Sunday off. So that's our weekly schedule, probably until end of December, whenever we go home for Christmas, if that happens.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Is it likely that you'll go home for Christmas at this point?
I think it's kind of like 50-50. I don't know if we'll get to go home or not. It kind of will depend on the how much time we have and like the borders, and if we'll be able to come back if we even get across. So
Yeah.
I don't really know.
That was kind of another thing I was thinking too about going there. I was like, am I going to be able to come back for the next 9 months? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah.
COVID is going on longer than we thought it would.
Hopefully,
yeah.
Hopefully you get to play your senior year too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, my coach told me that we actually get another year back after this year. So technically, I could actually play 5 years of college now. Like I could stay for another year if I want to.
Are you thinking about doing that?
I do not know yet. I probably won't be able to decide that until like May or something. Like it'll be one of those like end of the year decisions, and it's gonna be interesting. I don't know what I'll do.
Yeah, I think they're doing that for like every sport, I think, in college. Like I knew guys from my school last year that were supposed to go D1 lacrosse, and then they stayed back a year because all the seniors from the last year lacrosse team got to go back for another year or whatever. So
I was wondering how that's going to work, because there's all these 20-year-olds that have to go to college after, but if all the seniors stay back, then there's going to be like no room for all these like 20-year-olds in all these junior leagues that want to move on. So it's going to be, I don't know how they're going to do that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if no one has any other questions, I guess we'll wrap it up.
Yeah. Gotta get to class.
Yeah. Thanks for your time, man.
Yeah. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
for coming on the podcast.
Yeah. I'm glad that we could get on.
Yeah. Good luck with everything too.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
I guess I'll do the outro. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching or listening to the Buds in the Box podcast on Spotify. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you guys so much. And we'll see you next time. Bye.